Whoa, okay, I'm awake.
Good way to start an episode. Just yawn out of boredom. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SpellCast, the Gaming Wizards podcast.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. We are not going to go for an hour and a half this time because I'm a fucking moron, and an hour and a half is not standard length for a podcast.
Generally, no.
As I've stated in a couple of different places.
Yeah.
Like the finale for Super Meat Boy and all that stuff, because we talked about that and I edited that in. Or something. No, I was going to, but then I was like, screw that.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't feel the need to point out that I talked about it.
Yeah.
Chair is squeaking.
I think the last one we just kind of kept going, and there were times where I looked over and I looked at time. I was like, should we wind this down? I mean, we should probably wind this down. I was like, but I'm rambling. I'm on a tangent.
I'm in the middle of talking about nothing.
I'm in the middle of my crazy tangents. You can't stop this now.
Okay, so speaking of like crazy random tangents and thoughts and all that, I'm just gonna start a discussion out of completely nowhere. You know that when like you think about like what would I do if I had $1 million or whatever like that, or an unlimited amount of money?
Right.
Yeah, you always think like, oh, I'd probably just like buy some cool stuff and like save the rest of it or whatever. I have found out I was just thinking randomly, and I found out what I would do if I had $1 million or whatever amount.
Okay.
I would be a phantom Kickstarter funder.
Dude.
Like, I would find, like, games or projects on Kickstarter that I like, and just contact them anonymously and be like, hey, if you don't meet your goal by the end of this campaign, I will fund the entire difference, no matter how much it is, because that's how much I want to see this game made. And, like, if you do make it, I'll fund it to the next stretch goal. Or whatever, or the next, like, however the difference is. And just do it completely anonymously. And they'd be like, they'd probably be suspicious. They'd be like, okay, whatever. And then I actually do it, and then like, holy shit, he actually did it. Because, I mean, they don't have anything to lose if I don't do it. But if I actually make good on it, it's like, yeah, that's right, I did that. And then I would just never tell them who I am. And I'd do this like 10 times, and just like become a legend. And then the phantom Kickstarter funder, like he goes around just giving money to people to make their games, and it's like, whoa.
It's actually kind of brilliant. There was always that one thing. It was like it's like, okay, you have like $1 billion, but you have to spend it all in 24 hours, and if there's any left over, you lose everything.
I would fund everything on Kickstarter.
Like, that's actually a really good solution to that. My solution was, like, hire a consultant, invest in stocks. Just put all the money into stocks, because then I have money anyway.
Yeah, like, but I would probably do some
brilliant solution.
I would do some of that so I can keep doing the Kickstarter thing. So it's like,
yeah.
I basically with this initial $1 million investment, I now have an unlimited amount of money. So now I can fund every Kickstarter ever, and just the whole system doesn't even matter anymore. It's just like, but that would be the whole point of doing it anonymously, so nobody could contact me. It's like, hey, you gave them like $500,000. Can we have some? No, your game looks like shit. No.
No, you're trying to fund Rock Simulator.
Yeah, fuck you. I will pay to get that thing taken off of Kickstarter. In fact, I will give you $50,000 not to make your game. You have nothing to lose here. You will make money without even having to make your, quote, game.
Someone's eventually going to make Blank Simulator. Like, it's actually going to be called Blank Simulator.
Just like whatever simulator, like X Simulator.
Yeah.
Except it's actually blank, so it's... So what, it's like every simulator ever?
Yes.
We may be onto something here. Except no.
It's terrible.
And if I thought you were legitimately suggesting to do something like that, I would probably kill you.
Oh, but dude, Hobo Simulator would be awesome.
As long as it's not called Hobo Simulator, I'm on board with it. I mean, there could be so many possibilities for that alone. I mean, just the title.
Yeah, that's like the easy cop out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember we talked about this somewhere else. I think it was in one of the Gaming Wizards recordings, but like
probably
it needs to be multiplayer, so you can call it Bum Buddies.
That'd be
Like,
great.
that would probably be the best thing to call it.
Like that, it'd basically be like the hobo version of DayZ.
Yeah, pretty much.
It has potential.
It does. It really does. Like, there can be like, it would be like a survival game, but set in a city.
Yeah,
Like a real non-apocalyptic dead city, just like
Yeah.
a normal city where people are walking around and you could like sit on the street corner and be like, "Hey, you have any change?" And they'd be like, "No, I don't have any change."
or you could like mug people for money, but
Yeah.
then like the cops come after
Which
you.
I mean, mugging
and-
people guarantees you income, but also it's like the police will probably chase you. So I mean,
And then there's other hobos, also known as players, that you have to watch out for.
yeah, and you can like raid dumpsters and find food or equipment or something to like to upgrade like your box that you live in.
Yeah.
Like, you found an old lamp. The light bulb still works. Yeah!
Jackpot!
Or it's like, you found an old trench coat in the dumpster. It only has one patch. And like there'd be some kind of like stat that upgrades or whatever.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome.
Or you like push one of those grocery carts around
Yeah.
just like filling it with random stuff. Like, that would be your inventory.
Yeah, you'd have a cart, and
No,
people
no,
could
you-
steal your cart.
You know, you start with one of those like sticks that has the like bandana tied around it.
Right.
And that lets you carry like 3 or 4 things, and then you upgrade to like a backpack and then to like a grocery cart.
And if you're not good at like hiding your stuff or keeping an eye on your stuff, like
Somebody else
people
might steal
could just steal your stuff.
This has the potential to be a very difficult game, but at the same time, it could be like, well, I mean, you're a hobo. No one's gonna be nice to you. People will steal your shit.
Yeah.
People will probably beat the shit out of you for no reason because people are dicks. It's an accurate simulation of hobo life. Like, we talk to actual hobos, and we are recounting their experience in game form.
That'd be terrible.
Like, hey, we're making a game based on your life. You mean where I sit around on a corner and beg for change? Yeah, that! What's that like?
Could you describe in detail what it's like to live in a box? God, we are terrible people. We are monsters.
Maybe we shouldn't make this game.
Oh, man.
But at the same time, it would be awesome.
I mean, it would be kind of cool in that terrible sort of way.
We would probably get so much hate mail for it.
Yeah,
Like, homelessness is a real problem, and you're trivializing it for your games. Like, yeah. War is a real problem, and there's like 12 Call of Duties. Why are you not mad at them for that?
Well, to be fair, I think they do get shit for stuff like that, but...
Well, probably. I mean, mostly it's for people who are dumbasses and let their like 8-year-old kids play it,
Yeah.
and they think that it like makes them violent, and there's supposedly been studies proving both of those wrong. It's like, yes, it does cause violence in kids. No, it doesn't cause violence in kids. It's like, can we get a legitimate, non-biased study from somebody who doesn't give two shits either way to prove once and for all whether or not this is an actual thing?
From my research, what I've found is, like, the most accurate ones I've come across are, like, no, it doesn't make kids violent, but violent kids are already, like, predisposed to be more attracted to a violent
exactly.
game.
It's like, if you're already violent, it's not going to make you more violent. It's just gonna, like, kind of bring it out.
Yeah.
And, like,
it's kind of like if
I'm
you're
saying
already
like too much. I need to stop that.
I do that all the time.
I noticed
Don't
that when I
worry
was
about it.
going through the previous recording. I said like 5 times a second. I was like, and I'm doing it again.
It happened. I don't know what it is about that, but
it's filler. You don't. I almost said it right then. You don't. You just need to fill in because you're constantly talking and not pausing to think about it. So you just fill in things, and I'm actually consciously deciding not to say that now.
It's
harder.
more of a It's like something, so you are saying something while your brain is like processing what you're going to say next.
And yeah, but
I do it all the time too.
I noticed it.
Yeah.
It was personally annoying to me when I was saying it, because I mentally give people shit for that. Like, I just did it again. It's like, you're saying it 5 times a second, and like, it's hard not to do it.
Oh man, what were we talking about?
We were talking about games making kids violent.
Oh right.
And there was.
I was just gonna use the example of like, if you're a sociopath and you're like planning on killing someone, watching a violent like movie or something, it's not gonna change that you're already like that, but it might give you some ideas that you take. So, like, violent video games are the same thing. If you're already a violent individual...
Oh, I am totally going to kill that guy by jumping off a cliff and spinning around 5 times in the air before popping him in the head with my sniper rifle.
Right. Like, it's not gonna make you more violent. It's just gonna give you, like, ideas, essentially. And it's not really a bad thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with having ideas like that. It's
but then there's also the fact that the games have ratings for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you will about the MPAA, they're kind of fucking idiots from what I've seen. And the ESRB is kind of the same way. It's like, yeah, but it's not... The point of ratings is not like, if you're under 17, you absolutely are not allowed to see an R-rated movie. Yeah. It's for the parents to be like, okay, this is rated R, so I'm already iffy on whether or not I'm going to let my 14-year-old son or daughter see this movie. But why is it rated R? Violence? Okay. Language? Okay. I mean, okay, that's fine. Whatever. I would allow that. But if it's like NC-17 for a full 5-minute sex scene with all this like weird shit, it's like, I'm probably not going to let my 12-year-old see that movie.
Probably not.
And it's the same thing with video games. It's like, because my parents let me play Halo when I was like 12 or 13 or whatever, and there wasn't any problem with that. It's like, you know, it's violence, there's aliens, that's mostly what you're shooting at anyway. But they would not let me play Grand Theft Auto. Like, ever. Like, even now, I think if they saw me playing it, they'd probably be like, are you... Like, I'm 23. I'm legally allowed to play this without your permission, so don't start.
Yeah.
I mean, Saints Row is infinitely worse than Grand Theft Auto to begin with, and I play the fuck out of that.
That game's glorious, though.
Yeah.
So, when I first saw that game, I was like, whatever, because, like, it is that type of game, the Grand Theft Auto style, and
it's actually become a parody of Grand Theft Auto, which I thought was pretty great. Like, I've still never played the first. I've been playing them in like reverse order because I got Saints Row 3,
and then you played 2,
and then I got 2, and now I have 4, which I've been playing. I still never played the first one.
Yeah,
but I am kind of glad that I played the second one for at least as long as I did, which wasn't very long, because there's a fuck ton of references to the second one and the fourth one for whatever reason.
Huh?
Like, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Oh, he's back. Oh, that entire gang is like a thing now still, and it's like, because, you know. In the third one, you have like the 3 different gangs. There's 3 different ones in the second one. So, but yeah, they're like bringing them all back in the fourth one.
Interesting.
It's like, okay, I'm glad I spent like a few hours in Saints Row 2, because otherwise I wouldn't get half these references.
Yeah. Huh. I might have to like play a bit of 2 just for that sake.
Yeah.
Of
like as far as I know, it's just like. There's like one character who showed up that I hadn't like run into in Saints Row 2 who was like a major thing in this one, and it's like they explain enough about him so you don't even need to get it really.
Okay.
But then there's like some of the other gangs just show up in some of the missions and stuff. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, these guys.
Yeah,
right.
you don't really need to have played Saints Row 2, but it kind of helps you get some of the references that they make to it.
Yeah. I'm glad I ended up playing that game, though, like Saints Row the Third, because, like I said, when I saw it, I was just like, it's another like Grand Theft Auto style game. I don't really like those games. Like, I would enter in the cheat codes for like flying vehicles and like try to land a tank on top of the tallest building. Harder than it sounds, but
Yeah.
doable. But that was like all the enjoyment I got out of it. It was just like, whatever, enter in some cheat codes, mess around for 10 minutes, move on with life. So, when I played Saints Row the Third, and actually had some interest in the story and just how ridiculous it was, it was like, okay, I'm glad I got this. I'm glad I'm playing this. It was fun.
Yeah, like, the thing with Grand Theft Auto is it's meant to be taken more seriously and played a little more realistically.
Yeah.
Even though there's, like, probably some crazy shit that happens. I don't know. I haven't played one for more than a few minutes because, for one thing, Grand Theft Auto 4 runs like shit on PC in general. And now I can't play it at all because Windows Live stopped being a thing for PC, so I can't access saved games, which is bullshit. I'm gonna have to install, like, a mod or something to... Because you can do that. I looked it up, and there's stuff you can do to get around it, but that's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, that's so
like,
bullshit.
oh, you need Windows Live to save your game and do all this stuff. Oh, look, we're not even putting out Windows Live anymore. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing at all. So, fuck you, Grand Theft Auto. Fuck you, Fallout and Fallout New Vegas. Well, no, I don't think New Vegas had it.
Yeah.
Fallout 3 had it, but...
I had that realization. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to access my Fallout 3 saves, like, ever again.
Actually, it does save... For the PC, at least, it does save them locally, though.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. Because I remember... I think I talked about this before, but I remember being really pissed that I couldn't get to them anymore.
Yeah.
And then I went looking at the... Because I knew it saves your files locally, because I had to back up Oblivion and stuff.
Right.
Went for times when I reformatted my computer and everything, so... But yeah, it does... It saves them locally, but it saves them under your Xbox Live name.
Weird.
In a different folder. In that same file. Like,
Weird.
directory, so... Like, you go to where it saves your games, and there's a
Okay.
folder with your Xbox Live name in it.
So
Go
you
to
just
that
take
one
the stuff out?
Yeah, you
and-
can copy and paste them back into the main folder, and they'll still be there.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I mean, God knows when I'll play Fallout 3 again. But, you know.
I've said everything I want to say about Fallout 3 already. Let's talk more about Saints Row or something.
I have a question.
Huh.
Why is it in, like, an action anime, like, half the cast has to die? The exception is if it's, like, over 400 episodes. Like, those series go on forever, and nobody dies.
Yeah, I guess.
But, like, 20, 50 episode series, all your favorite characters are gonna die.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't actually watch that many anime that are over, like, 100 episodes. The main two that come to mind are Dragon Ball Z, which did end, and Bleach, which has to end eventually. As far as I know, it's still going.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's still going too, but, like, so, Bleach, no one dies. One Piece, no one dies.
One Piece is another one. Okay.
Naruto, no one important dies.
But does anybody cool die?
No.
Nobody?
Not
even
know
the,
of.
like, most super, like, badass, awesome... Like, yeah, I could totally kill the bad guys in one punch, but then there wouldn't be a story, so I'm just gonna sit around and do nothing. Nobody like that dies?
No, not as far as I know. I mean,
Wow.
I don't watch much of that series, but, like, going from, like, regular Naruto to Shippuden, like, the entire cast is still there.
Wow.
So it's like, what? But then you watch something like Code Geass, and it's just like, yeah, here's all these characters that you love, and they're dying.
And look, he's dead. Oh, look, she's dead too. Oh, look, don't get too attached to this guy. He's the most annoying, lame character in the show. Just kidding, we killed him too.
One thing I noticed
that
with
makes me
show, though-
want to, like, do a story or something, have this, like, super annoying Jar Jar Binks type character, and have him die in, like, the last episode. Doing something completely irrelevant, just like he suddenly dies out of nowhere. It's like,
just so everyone can cheer.
We don't just kill the awesome characters, we kill the ones you hate too.
Something I noticed, actually, when rewatching through Code Geass is, just before, like, something just heart-crushing, like, oh my god, no, how could they? Just before every episode like that, there's an episode where, like, everything is perfect and happy. Like, they have just, like, the happiest, most casual episode, like, yay, everyone's having a party! And then, like, right after that, it's just like, so, this character's dead now. And it's just like, oh, how could you? Oh, my heart.
I don't think I noticed. I need to watch that again.
Watch through it. It's bad. Like, I don't want to relive it. It's terrible. But they do it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not fair.
I've been watching anime on Netflix lately. And actually finishing series, for once.
How's that been going?
Pretty good. I finished Sword Art Online.
Oh, nice.
Apparently,
I still need to finish
apparently
that.
the manga goes on a lot, but the way they ended the anime, at least I'm assuming it's ended for now, even if they don't, like...
Well...
If they technically cancel it now, it wouldn't make any difference to me, because as far as I'm concerned, they ended that story arc.
Yeah,
Like,
so...
the way it ended.
What they did with Season 1 is, like, the first half of it is Sword Art Online, and then, like, the second half is Elfheim Online,
Yeah.
or whatever. They've already started Season 2.
Oh, they have?
Yeah. They've started that. I forget what it's called.
Oh, it has a different name altogether, or is it still Sword Art Online?
Like, it's like Sword Art Online, but, like, it's a different, like, thing. There's, like, a different name to it.
Okay.
I could look it up.
Yeah, I mean...
But,
Yeah, but I mean, like I said,
yeah,
as far as from what I've
two.
seen so far, like that story is over.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be sad if the rest of the manga didn't get adapted. It's like, yeah, I mean, that was a strong ending. I would be okay with that. You know, everything is.
It's not like those things where they end with like all these unresolved issues and
cliffhangers
like,
and everything.
And it's just
yeah,
like,
fucking.
Yeah, there's never going to be a Season 2.
God damn it! I liked this anime. Fucking Sekirei. God damn it.
Oh, does it end like that?
It does. Like,
oh, that's
like
horrible.
the last episode, like, you know how they do the, like, next time on this anime,
yeah,
we're gonna do all this stuff. They end with one of those, but it's all the characters, like, speculating on what's gonna happen in next season. It's like, I think so-and-so's gonna have to battle one of these things, or there's gonna be a scene where so-and-so does this, and it's just like, ha, that's funny. None of that's gonna happen. Oh, none of that's gonna happen, because they're not making another season.
That's so sad.
And it, like, there's no resolution or anything. Like, they're still in the middle of the plot.
That's almost as bad as
worse.
Fucking 2011 Thundercats.
Oh, yeah.
I will never get over that. It's just, how could they? How could... Like, there's so many shitty shows on Cartoon Network, and the one time they have something that's truly, like, deep and interesting and has all this really, like, elaborate world, and they don't do anything where they're like, one season. And there's all this,
really.
like, bullshit that just keeps going, and I'm like, I can't stand it.
I feel like the last good show to go, like, all the way and have an ending and everything was probably Avatar on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot think of a single show that's been on any of those channels that has been
that
good
level of story.
That has been good and gone through a complete story.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is either shit or gets canceled.
Or it's like, it's that stuff where it's just, like, constant one-off stuff, like, nothing's really connected.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with shows like that. I enjoy most of them, but at the same time, like, I prefer stuff that has a story. I want to see things
because
happen.
If it goes on too long, it gets boring. There has to be progression. Like, even Samurai Jack, which I say is one of the best cartoons ever, period.
Yeah.
There was still kind of, even though most episodes were like one-off, something happens to prevent him from going home, whatever. There was still kind of a vague sense of progression as far as I remember. Like, I haven't...
Yeah. One thing that I like with Samurai Jack is, even though everything is, like, one-off episodes like that, there's constantly references and stuff to, like, previous episodes.
Yeah.
Like the Scotsman returns, like, 3 times.
Yeah, so it's not like,
you know,
you can watch them in any order. You kind of have to watch them in a certain order.
Yeah.
But it's not like if you miss one, you're going to miss, like, an entire half hour of story development or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they still never ended up finishing it. Supposedly they're working on a movie off and on, but they're kind of not.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like
every year there's like a rumor, like, oh yeah, Samurai Jack movie that finally ends the series in 2014. I mean 2015. I mean 2017. I mean sometime before the end of the world.
Pretty much.
It's gonna happen eventually. Maybe we'll get it on the same day as Half-Life 3.
If that's not a sign of the end of the world, I don't know what is.
Now, see, what's gonna happen is, like, December 21st, 2030, Samurai Jack the movie comes out, finally ends the series, everyone loves it, it's the best thing ever. And then, like, an hour after that happens, Half-Life 3 gets released, it's the best game ever, no one's ever gonna play anything again. And then the world just explodes. Like, that's it, just
sounds
nothing
legit.
else.
I'd believe it.
And then Firefly gets announced again.
Yeah.
After, like, as the meteor is coming towards Earth, they're like, hey, we're making Firefly again, Season 2.
Really? Really? You're doing this now?
Yeah.
Couldn't have done this like 10 years ago? I still need to watch Firefly, actually.
You do.
I think someone told me to start watching it, and, like, we watched the first episode, but I never got around to, like, watching the rest of it. Because at the time I was still watching through Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, that was, like, my focus.
And
then
I caught up on Doctor Who, just in time for the next season to start.
Yeah, I watched through Doctor Who, like, everything they had on Netflix at the time. There was, like, the other season that was out. And then I got my girlfriend to watch all of Doctor Who, and then when we got to the season that wasn't on Netflix, we went online to find that. And now the only thing I haven't seen is the, like, Christmas special where Matt Smith dies.
Oh, so
that's the only part I haven't seen, I think, since.
I think they might have put that up on Netflix now. I'm not sure.
Not last I checked, but
they put. Oh no, it was like one of the specials that wasn't there that got added. It was like It was one of those, I think.
One of the specials from, like, between. Was it season 4 or 5?
Yeah, it was one of the ones that wasn't attached to a season, so it didn't get, like, added to Netflix or something.
There was, like...
The next season starts next week, actually, next Saturday.
Oh, nice.
That's when the new one starts.
Sweet.
So you have a week to find the Christmas special somewhere. I'm sure it won't be that hard.
Probably not.
If I can find Game of Thrones everywhere else, I'm sure you can find one episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say between season 4 and 5, there were 4 specials. Like, one of them was a 2-parter, technically, so 3 specials.
Yeah. That was the one that was, there was one where they were in the desert, and there were, like, the bug things or something that ate everybody. Yeah,
that was the one that wasn't on Netflix. Like, the other 3 ones, like the End of Time Part 1, End of Time Part 2, and The Waters of Mars, those were on Netflix as, like, movies. They were by themselves. They went in and they put them onto the end of Season 4.
Okay, that's what they did.
But I still don't think they have that other one on there. I forget what that one was called, though. I can never remember the name of it. I ended up getting it on Amazon, actually. On their, like, download thing. So that I could finally watch it, and it's not a terrible episode. Like, of the 3 of those,
it's like it's the one that doesn't.
It's the one that doesn't matter.
Yeah, like if you miss it, you're not really missing anything important. It's just like more Doctor Who stuff. It's not part of the story. Like, whereas the Mars one, it's like
the Waters of Mars.
That one's kind of important because there's.
It's where he like steps over the line.
Yeah, he kind of snaps. He's like, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that."
And then. The End of Time is also important.
That one's super
for obvious
important.
reasons.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, the Master's back. Oh shit, he's gonna turn everybody into the Master. What? That's weird.
That is weird.
It's one of the most, like... It's funny and bizarrely creepy at, like, the same time.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you look at... There's, like, the women who have changed into the Master, so you see, like, the Master running around in a dress or something. It's like... That would be funny if it weren't so damn creepy.
Yeah, really.
Well...
But, yeah.
Well...
that wraps everything up, I think.
I guess. I mean, we could ramble on for another hour if you want, but...
We could. But I
And-
feel
and
like
it's kind of hard to judge how long this should be without people commenting and being like, "Hey, you should. That's a good length. You should try for that." Or "That's too short. You should go for the hour again." Or "The hour's too long. I get bored." Stop or whatever. I mean,
yeah.
it's hard to judge how good our shit is if people won't tell us.
Yeah, I think part of that we just need to work on, like, trying to advertise more.
Yeah. I mean,
kind of thing.
at this point, I don't care if you like or subscribe, but comment, please.
Yeah,
Tell us.
It would be great.
At least tell us why you're not liking or subscribing. I mean, don't be mean. Like,
Yeah.
constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I really like it. I mean, people say, it's like, I like constructive criticism, just tell me all the good things. Like, no. If my stuff is shit, tell me, and tell me how I can fix it, and
Yeah,
I'll
don't
do that.
just be like, you're terrible, kill yourself.
Yeah,
That's not constructive. That's just mean.
I mean, people say, like, don't read the YouTube comments, they're terrible. I read all the YouTube comments on my stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't get as many, for one thing. So when I do, it's like something special. It's like, yay, somebody cared enough to say something about this.
Yeah.
And
that actually reminds me, I accidentally deleted a comment once.
oh, oops.
Because, like, the way they changed their system bugs me. Because it used to be everything was done through YouTube. And
Yeah.
so, like, you would get a notification in your inbox, like, there's a comment, and then you would delete the notification.
Oh, and you deleted the comment by mistake.
So, yeah, I deleted the comment thinking I was just deleting the notification about the comment that was in my, like, thing. I was like, shit.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Well, somebody thinks I'm an asshole now. Yeah, so that. Be nice, but try to be helpful, too. I mean, they're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, we have plenty of subscribers, but very few views on videos. So I would kind of, be curious as to
Talk to
how
us,
that
please!
works. Yeah, really.
I mean, it's not like...
Help
It's not like I've even been telling people, hey, subscribe to us and we'll subscribe to you. Fuck that. I don't do that, because you can always tell when somebody does that, because they'll have, like, 500 subscribers, but all their videos have, like, 2 or 3 views.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're obviously sub for subbing. We don't do that, because that's bullshit. Doesn't matter. It's not just having subscribers, it's having subscribers who actually watch everything you do.
Yeah.
They subscribe because they want to watch your stuff, not because you promised to subscribe to them, too. It's like, that's pointless. So yeah, this has been SpellCast episode 2. We'll see you maybe next week, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like these are hard to do, so we could do one every week, and we just,
Yeah. Wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, see you then!
The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. Are you bad enough to rescue the president?
Oh, select switches between 1
Oh.
and 2 player.
Yeah.
Madness. Oh, Nintendo, you're so silly.
That's a pretty common thing on NES games, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Zelda's like that, too.
I just want to do, like, tests and such.
Blade or striker?
They're so metal.
As far as
Okay.
I know, they're exactly the same.
The president has been kidnapped by ninjas.
Fuck.
Are you?
Oh. When we actually stream, we have to let that go all the way.
Of course. Okay.
It's a beat 'em up. And it's actually pretty damn hard.
Look at me both flex. How do I fix it?
It's like down and punched. They things up.
Look, I'm dancing to the music. Okay. Ah, hand jump down there.
Yeah. I didn't figure that out until the first boss fight. You have to do it.
Shit, man, I died. America! America! Ninja! Dudes! Look at this truck. It's the dude truck. Dude.
And you're reading it and you just like backhand a ninja.
Dude.
Oh,
Dude.
you're getting shanked.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. That guy's got swords. You don't bring a sword to a fist fight. I mean, that's just a dick move,
They're
bro.
ninjas. They don't play by the rules.
They also don't run around in giant hordes through the city. Like, Jesus, there's so many of them.
Well, they kidnapped the president. There's gotta be a lot of them. Oh, you just got ninja in the back.
Where'd he go?
I like that punch. It's just like...
Eh? Someone tells me we're just gonna die a lot.
Yeah, but... I mean, when we're seriously playing, the first boss isn't that hard.
Game over.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
You suck. I didn't get a game over the first boss my first time.